What's up everybody, Simon here. In this video I wanted to talk to you about one of the best perks that American Express has to offer when you are a Platinum member or even a Centurion member. That's right folks, I am talking about the American Express Centurion lounges and why I love them, as well as why it is such a big benefit if you are a Platinum member as well as a Centurion member. And I will give you the differences between being a Platinum member at an American Express Centurion lounge and then being a Centurion member. What are the perks of having that additional fee or having that card in a Centurion lounge? So before I get into this video, I always ask that you show some support and love and hit the like button for me. Subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. And let's go ahead and get into this video and discuss the Centurion lounges. So a funny thing happened on my way from JFK to SFO recently. We used the Centurion Lounge at Terminal 4 in JFK. If you're from the New York area, you know that airport very well. That Centurion Lounge is pretty nice. I wouldn't say it's one of their best Centurion lounges. However, someone recognized me at the Centurion Lounge and it completely threw me off guard. So someone actually came up to me and said,
I know you.
Hey, aren't you the guy on YouTube?
I saw you on TV last night.
And I kind of was shocked because this is like the first time someone recognized me. I said, yeah, which video did you watch? And of course they watched the American Express Centurion videos. If you haven't checked those out, go ahead and take a look at them on my channel. There's some good ones out there in terms of what it's like being a member. So this individual recognized me, said he loves the videos. I was very thankful. I showed appreciation. Obviously, he didn't want an autograph or anything like that, or a picture or anything like that. But it did make a great conversation with my wife and kids who were at the airport with me. So I came back and I told my wife, I said, hey, somebody actually recognized me. And she, of course, said,
are you f***ing kidding me?
Stop playing and no one cares. Which I would also think no one would care to listen to me. I don't know what's wrong with you guys out there, but I appreciate it. And while we're on that, go ahead, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel because you guys have stuck around for all the credit card videos I've done. So the Centurion Lounge is great because what it does is it allows me to go from my airline or to the airport, I should say earlier, get a meal, get a drink, relax. It really brings you into the mood of travel. And what American Express has done is they realize that they can't keep up with some of these partnerships at some of these airports. And they also cannot control how some of these airlines keep up or present their lounges, what they have inside them, the quality, etc. So American Express did a very smart thing. They said, hey, we're not sure if we're going to be able to keep up with some of these airline contracts that we have, or we don't have any right of say with any of these type of lounges. In fact, recently I believe they lost the Alaska partnership, so no more Alaska lounges. However, they said, why don't we take that into our own control, create our own lounges, and with our own lounges, we're going to be able to control the quality, the remodeling, the quality of food, the drinks, the atmosphere, the customer service, etc. And they started launching these Centurion lounges. One of the first Centurion lounges was in San Francisco, and I would use that lounge to travel all the time and love it. The quality of that lounge is amazing. You would come in and you would feel right at home. In fact, on some of the occasions visiting the Centurion lounges in San Francisco, I would be welcomed with a gift. Oftentimes a headset from Bose or a speaker or other gifts that they wanted to hand out that day to make you feel even more special being a Centurion member. Platinum members can come into the Centurion Lounge and they could bring a guest. Now the guest, I believe, is now charged. So you would have to pay for an additional guest. However, Centurion members, you are welcome to bring on a guest, and if you have kids, they are also able to come in as well. When you go to the bar at a Centurion Lounge, you are actually allowed to carry out one drink at a time. Surprisingly or not, I find that to be a little bit problematic because we like to get loaded up before the airplane. But with the Centurion American Express, you get a higher quality, say, champagne or potentially some alcohol out there that they have. So I typically get the higher quality champagne. Whether or not my wife wants the same thing, we have to get that drink one person at a time, or one drink at a time, I should say. So that's the downside of it. However, the quality of the champagne is really good, and oftentimes the same glass of champagne will end up costing you $20 to $30 at a bar. So another thing I love about Centurion lounges is the quality of their food. The quality of the food at the Centurion lounges is like a professional grade restaurant. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, they're serving up some of the best quality items that you could get. A lot of times it's healthy, and it feels good to eat healthy while you're traveling. You don't feel as bloated. So I really appreciate that, and I have a great experience with the quality of food. There's never any food shortages. I've never had to wait in line for a long period of time to make my plate. So I found that to be a beneficial thing as well. Now, if you're not hungry, they do offer a variety of fruits, pastries, coffee. In fact, at the Centurion lounges, there's a Frankie coffee machine. It's a super automatic coffee maker that you can make cappuccinos, lattes, Americanos, and everything else in between. So if you're a coffee lover, there's a super automatic that's professional right there at the Centurion lounge as well. Currently at the Centurion lounges, I've noticed you cannot sit at the bar, and the bar seating is closed off, and I believe that to be by location based. However, the JFK airport and the San Francisco airport, there was no option to sit at the bar the last time I traveled. And as you guys know, during the pandemic, the Centurion lounges were also closed for quite a while. When the pandemic just hit, a lot less people started traveling. It was a ghost town. I did a video traveling during the pandemic where about May 2020 or April 2020, I actually took a flight and the airport was deserted. Now they're opening back up. However, some locations you cannot sit at the bar and just enjoy your time. Now, Centurion lounges technically have limits as to how long you could stay. You do have to present a ticket that you're traveling that day, and there is a time frame of you being able to walk in. So I believe it's 2.5 hours before you could walk in, maybe 3 hours from your flight before you could walk in. Another thing is, if you're a Platinum member and you land at a Centurion lounge location post-flight, you cannot go into the Centurion lounge. If you are a Centurion member and you land, yet you have to wait for somebody at the airport, you could actually use the Centurion lounge while waiting. I find that to be very interesting because you could technically stay there for a long time, enjoy several drinks and food again, and really make it a meal and an event out. Another thing that differentiates the Platinum members from the Centurion members is sometimes these lounges do get packed and full, and we've seen a lot of complaints on the forums and maybe some YouTube videos where people have complained that the Centurion lounges are getting too full. Now, that was pre-pandemic. Post-pandemic, I'm noticing the lounges are a lot less full of people. However, at the same time, as a Centurion member, they reserve a table for you. And in some lounges, they actually have a VIP or Centurion section as well, where you could sit no matter what. You're going to get a seat, a table, and you're going to be able to go ahead and get that drink, get your meal, etc., without having to wait for someone to get up and then hover over their seat, take their seat, and hopefully get some food in your system before your flight leaves. Some of the lounges as well, they have computer areas where you could study, privacy phone areas, yoga room, showers, really well-maintained toilets. They have pretty much the highest level of amenities. And some of these Centurion lounges, you could actually consider them to be like 5-star mini hotels, so to speak. So instead of you staying the night, you're going in to get a drink, to get some food at a great restaurant, and you're there to relax. It's almost like a club, lounge, bar scene right before your flight with the highest amenities. Now, the customer service at the Centurion lounge, it's very top-notch. Especially for me as a Centurion member, they always remember me by name, especially in the San Francisco location, and they're very nice. I usually leave them a tip after the meal, especially a bigger tip if we're traveling with our children, because they do make a little bit of a mess, being that they are young. Overall, the Centurion experience gives you that comfort before your flight. With a Centurion membership, you get comfort after your flight if you have time to kill, which is rarely the case. But it is a great option as well. Now with each Centurion lounge, you do get Wi-Fi access as well. Some of them have spas inside, pretty much a sleeping room or a rest room if you need it. So these are all different lounges in different locations, and some of the bigger ones offer the best or most premium amenities. Overall, if you have the American Express Centurion credit card or the Platinum credit card, you're going to take advantage of these lounges. $50 fee for the American Express Platinum friend membership or a companion that you pay is worth it. You're going to get a lot of drinks, a lot of food for that money. As a Centurion member, you get treated really with the highest level of customer service, and at the same time you feel a little bit special in that lounge. And for the person that noticed me making these videos, that felt great as well. Overall, Centurion lounges are my favorite. Really gives you that excellent luxurious feel. It's a step up from your average lounge out there that's run by an airline company. So if you are a member of Amex, make sure to take advantage of the Centurion lounges. And if you like this video, please go ahead and hit the like button for me. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. If you have any questions about Centurion lounges or any experience with the Centurion lounge, please go ahead, leave a comment below and I'll respond. As always, I appreciate you guys watching my videos, and I'll catch you guys here in the next one.